Hey YouTube, this is Miss Metamorphosis again, aka the Fearless Freshman. And so I'm coming to you with yet another video today. I'm actually on a roll. So this time I want to do a quick video, hopefully under 10 minutes, on things that you want to make sure you do the first week of classes, okay? So once classes officially start, that first week is really critical, and there's certain things that you want to do. And I have roughly about 10 things here written down, so I may look this way from time to time. So it's just things that I jotted down that are really important. And this is coming from my experience as an undergraduate student, as a graduate student, but also once I finished graduate school, I was an adjunct instructor for like a year and a half. So I was teaching at a local four-year college here near my home, where I live now. So first thing is, this is probably the most important thing you got to do the first week of classes. Go to all your classes, okay? You have to go to all of them the first week of classes. I know some people are like, well, I don't need to go. It's, it's the first week. They're probably not giving work. You don't know that, because some professors, they give work the first day, or they'll give a quiz the second day. And so you need to know what the readings are or what the assignment is. Not many, but a lot of them do that, okay? Definitely within the first week, they'll be giving some kind of assignment or quiz or reading or something like that. So you got to go to your classes. A lot of these things are kind of tied in together. Okay, so number one is go to all your classes. Now, there's several reasons for that. One of them is for your financial aid. That's really important, because now a lot of universities are cracking down on this, because people in the past have been trying to buck the system by doing this, and as an adjunct, I had to learn about this, where they would keep telling us, make sure you take attendance every day during that first week. And the reason for that is to make sure that you are in fact physically here and enrolled in classes. Like some people would enroll in classes and then they would never show up, but then they would still try to get financial aid. Well, now they've cracked down on that. So if you don't show up, if you're marked as non-attending, your financial aid will be affected. So you need to make sure you're there. And there's no, oh, I overslept. No, you need to make sure that you're there. And if you're not there for some reason that first day or two of classes, you really need to get in contact with your instructor or your professor, whoever, and you need to make sure that you talk to them like ASAP. So make sure you're there. And another reason for that, in addition to making sure that you get all your financial aid or your scholarship or your refund or whatever, is also because you will be getting your syllabi, okay? FYI, side note, singular form of the word is syllabus. Plural form is syllabi. There is no such thing as syllabuses. I hate when people say that. Side note, but anyways. So that is when your professor will give you the syllabus. And if you don't know already, because I know some high school teachers do use that term in their class. I even use it. I teach middle school right now, and I use that term. But a syllabus is simply a piece of paper, or paper sometimes. I know at one point my syllabus got pretty lengthy at one point. But a syllabus is simply a paper that explains the course, okay? It's just a breakdown of the class. What's expected of you, due dates, and all of that, okay? So, number one, go to all your classes. Number two, get all your syllabi. Number three, read your syllabi. Read them thoroughly, okay? Make sure you understand all the due dates, all the expectations. That leads into number four. Highlight all of your important information in your syllabi, okay? So important information, that would be due dates, the breakdown of the classes, required reading, like more than likely there'll be at least one book, in many cases more than one. At one time I bought like 5 books for one class. But also make sure you highlight the professor's office hours. When the office hours are just certain times a week that they have to be available to you guys. So outside of class. So let's say, you don't have class today. Today is what, Thursday. You don't have class, but you got a question about something, or you had a question about how to do your paper, or about the test that's coming up. That's, they might block off maybe like a 2 or 3 hour period. Well, they'll be in their office just there. They're there doing work, of course, but you're more than welcome to come by and talk to them. And, you don't have to kiss their butt, but, you're just there. That's what they're there for, you to talk to them if you need help or ask questions or anything like that. Let's see. Okay. try to meet at least 2 people in each of your classes, okay? So that is what I think number 5. Try to meet at least 2 people in every class. Especially when you're new, when you're a freshman, it always helps to meet people. And as a freshman, there are certain classes that everybody has to take, regardless of what their major is. You may be a chemistry major, the person sitting next to you may be a music education major, and the next person over may be a nursing major. So all of you have different majors, but there's certain classes that everybody has to take, certain English classes, certain math classes, certain science classes that everybody's required to take. And so just meet them, because you never know, they may be a really good study buddy, they may be really good at this subject, something that you may not be as good at. They can definitely help you, okay? And it's always great to work in study groups. You know, no man is an island. Like, some people study well by themselves, but it really doesn't hurt to get to know people. And you just may see them randomly on, you know, the other side of campus one day, just randomly. And it's just cool to get to know people, you know, on your campus, all right? Also, number 6, buy or order your textbooks. Now, this is another reason it's really important to make sure you go to your classes the first week, because, as I said, on your syllabus, it's going to say what the required textbooks are, okay? So you want to ask your professor, hey, like, how soon do I need this? Like, are you giving a reading this week? Is there an assignment this week? Like, how soon do I need it? And the reason why you want to ask that is to see, can I go ahead and order it online? Because if you order it online, of course, it's going to take a couple of days. Even if with expedited, it may take a day or 2. But it's going to take a couple of days. If you don't need it like right this second, then that's great, because you can order it online. And a lot of times you can find it like way cheaper online. But if for some reason you need it like tomorrow, then of course you need to go stand in the lines and go to the bookstore and go get your books, okay? So that is I think that's number 6, I think it was. Okay, number 7, go to at least one campus or social event, okay? So of course you're there in school to get an education, to, you know, to learn, but also you want to get to know people. You want to be able to enjoy that time that you're there. These are going to be some of the most awesome years of your early adult life, so take advantage. Go to different events. I remember my freshman year, one of the first things I went to, they had a symphony on the quad. I mean, it was amazing. I ended up joining a karate class, like a night karate class, or intramural sports. There's all kind of things, okay? So you meet people that way too, you know, with similar interest. Okay, number 8, this is really important. Decide if you like your schedule as it is. And so this is something you'll probably figure out by the middle of the week, maybe by Wednesday, Thursday, maybe Friday at the latest. And this is why, another reason why this week is so critical. So you've already set up your schedule. You've already registered for classes. You've attended your classes. And this is a good time to ask yourself, like, hey, do I like going to this class at 8 o'clock in the morning? Or do I like this class at 10 o'clock? Do I like them all together? Or do I want to space them out? Or would I do better in an evening class? That's the time to start asking yourself those questions. And that leads into the very next one, which is withdraw or switch classes if necessary. If you like your schedule the way it is, don't worry about it. Then don't bother it. But if you say, well, this class, I don't think this class is for me, or maybe you registered for the wrong class, or, you know, whatever reason, if you feel like you need to switch maybe a time slot or certain days, like if you have a job or something, the first week is the best time to do it. You know, that's when, you know, things are more flexible, and it's usually easier to switch classes during that first week. Maybe the second week, but you got to figure out when the cutoff dates are for adjusting your schedules. And lastly, go to your professor's office hours at least once, okay? So that you meet all of your different professors. They'll all have, you know, their own office hours, but go visit each of them at least one time just to introduce yourself. You're not kissing up to them. You're not trying to get any kind of favoritism or anything like that. But it's just good to introduce yourself so they know you, and to establish that rapport, because I'm going to tell you from my own experiences as a student and even as faculty, those students who have spoken to me prior to the last week of the semester, I'm more likely to cut them a break because they show effort. They show concern about their grade, and they generally just care about the subject matter. So you're more likely to get a break if you're struggling than someone who hasn't shown up. Okay, so with that said, I'm cutting it off right under 10 minutes, so hope this was helpful. I'll talk to you later. Bye.